maybe it's just me.
Today is the A&R show. You already know the vibe. The A&R show.
Today is
The A&R show. You already know the vibe. The A&R show.
the proverbial stuff has now hit the proverbial fan, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm just Anwar. These just my thoughts. And there's a lot to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start out by saying this, right? The very first thing I think people are going to say is, yo, Anwar, you ain't saying nothing about this the whole time. Now URL says something and you got something to say. Well, I'm one of those people that I want to hear both sides of the story. You know, shout out to Eazy. I got no issue with him. Most of y'all know, he gave me an opportunity. I sold him his house. And I got no issue with URL. They're the biggest and best battle rap company in the world, in my opinion. So, I'm sitting back and I'm watching both sides of this. And I hear a lot of stuff behind the scenes. The thing is, behind the scenes stuff, you can't talk about. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those people that, I got a phone call from URL, so I'm not doing that. I'm going to wait until everything is public. That way, what I'm talking about is on the internet for anybody to go see. Eazy has had multiple, videos on his channel, on other people's channel, addressing his situation and his grievances with URL. And it's been hard to not talk about it. Again, he said it himself. I'm the algorithm bull. Put my name in your title, the algorithm taking off. And he's right. But it's difficult for somebody like me because, I obviously I do want to hit the algorithm. Shout out to y'all for tuning into the Gun Orthodox All Access. That's been doing great. But at the same time, I'm not willing to violate somebody or be snaky to hit the algorithm. So, this whole time, I've been hearing a lot about what's happening behind the scenes, but nothing publicly. Well, today, URL released a statement. I'm going to read the statement. Shout out to my bro, Henny, man. He sent me the information, so I want to give him his props. I'm going to read y'all the statement, and we're going to break this shit down to the white meat. For real, for real. The Ultimate Rap League earned the title of the world's most respected battle rap arena because of its pioneering work in creating a legitimate business out of a cultural phenomenon originally confined to the hip-hop underground. URL transformed battle rap from an art form to a sport. In doing so, URL created and invested into a system that allows for artists to monetize their talents and have thriving careers as battle rappers. The bond between URL and its artists is cemented by legally binding agreements. These agreements work both ways. URL provides a platform for its artists and markets their prodigious talents. In turn, the artist offers services to URL for which they are paid. Our deals comply with the law, to the period. They are fair, the byproduct of negotiation, and entered into by the artists of their own free will. Consequently, we are compelled to publicly dispute the false narrative that URL and its affiliates have done anything untoward in seeking to enforce its legally binding contracts. As a business, URL has the right to operate like other businesses. The league has to insist that others honor their promise and has the right to enforce its contracts when the artists wrongfully decide to breach them. Anthony Brown, PKA, Eazy the Block Captain, and I always knew it as AKA, but I think PKA is performer known as, or previously known as. I don't know, whatever. Anthony Brown, aka Eazy the Block Captain, has been under contract with URL since April of 2020. Despite Eazy's decision to breach his agreement by performing in Chrome 23's February 2023 event, his contract remains legally binding. In addition to breaching his contractual obligations, Brown has tried to persuade other artists to breach their contracts with URL. Indeed, upon announcing his Trenches battle rap event, Eazy approached talent signed to or affiliated with URL. He did this despite the fact that he and his legal counsel were notified not to tortuously interfere with URL's artists. URL's demand letter, a copy of which is attached, and I'm gonna definitely put that in the video, was sent to Eazy's legal team on May 5th, 2023. The letter provided Eazy with ample time to modify the card. Despite this fact, Eazy consciously elected to promote the card with only minor adjustments, transparently using his dispute with URL as a marketing ploy to help promote his event. Eazy's use of the alleged beef with URL to market the Trenches card is nothing more than smoke and mirrors designed to draw attention to Trenches and paint Eazy as a sympathetic figure. URL has not acted in an underhanded manner. The supposed secret calls made to our talent behind Eazy's back were mere reminders to our artists of their contractual commitments to URL. URL has not attempted to persuade any non-roster artists or artists not under a performance contract with the brand from performing at Trenches. URL will, as it always has, work with the most talented battle rappers. So there's that. But then there's more. They provided a copy of a legal document dated May 5th from their lawyer, James Samataro, I guess is how you say it, to Eazy's lawyer, Kashmir Terry. And there's a lot of legal jargon in this, so I'm not going to read this one. I'm going to just put it on the screen. Y'all can pause the video, screenshot it, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to read y'all the highlighted points. The agreement is not a contract of indefinite duration. Instead, the agreement expressly provides for a definitive maximum term of 6 years. So that's in response to, it looks like the way this is written, this is a response to Eazy's lawyer requesting for Eazy to be out of contract. And it looks like this is saying, we're writing this in response. The reason that Eazy's lawyer, it looks like, is saying he was able to get out of the contract was because the contract that they gave him didn't have a definite duration. And you can't have an indefinite contract that never expires. But they're saying, nope, the contract says 6 years. That's a maximum term. It's like 5 years with a 1 year option. It's literally it. So there's that. That's kind of rough. And then it goes on. 1 second, let me get this next page up. The other thing is, it says the exclusivity provision is enforceable. It says that Eazy's lawyer basically tried to say that they have a post term. So after you're out of contract, you still can't compete. And they're saying, nope, that's not the case. The exclusivity is only during the term. So your 5 or 6 year term, that's when you have exclusivity. After that, you're free to do what you want. This is a joint, man. This is a joint. It ends with this. This is the part I got to get y'all to, the very end. The last line. Or not the last line, but the second to last paragraph. The choice is simple. Mr. Brown can either honor the remaining terms of the agreement with URL, or he can defend against a lawsuit in which URL will seek to recover the damages it suffered when Mr. Brown breached his exclusivity obligation by battling Hitman Holla at Chrome 23's February 25th anniversary event. Similarly, unless Mr. Brown immediately ceases interfering with URL's exclusive talent, URL intends to sue Mr. Brown for his indisputable torturous interference. So let's talk about, what does that mean? What does torturous interference mean? We've heard that term. ARP used it before. Let me see. Torturous interference. There we go. Let's see. What is that? I'm Googling this for y'all right now. I got my computer right here. Torturous interference is the act of intentionally interfering with someone's business. This may be by directly interfering with a business deal or by interfering with day-to-day operations or even spreading false claims about the business. Huh? I mean, you know, I'm not a lawyer. So I don't know if what Eazy has done is considered torturous interference. I do know this. If you are notified, so let me go ahead and be impartial here. Again, I rock with both sides. And y'all seen that, you know, people talk this shit. I really don't care. On Twitter, I tweet at everybody, oh, I'm canceling my app. Well, shout out to y'all. I'm keeping my app, and I'm supporting Eazy the Block Captain as well. I'm going to support Eazy by buying his pay-per-views, buying tickets to his event. I wasn't able to go to Trenches, but Rita went. I bought her ticket. Yes, we are. I'm wearing Rita from Champion, yada, yada, yada. Nope, I bought her ticket. Bought a ticket. There you go. I bought a pay-per-view for the event. I'm sure if I asked Eazy, yo, can I get a ticket for Rita to get in, or can I get a link for the pay-per-view? I'm sure he would have hooked me up. But no, like I'm going to support. He's trying to start something. I'm going to support. That's what support is. And I'm going to support URL. You don't have to only support one or the other. I'm supporting both. Just is what it is. And in that, it's time to break this shit down and see, you know, what we think. So when you go back to the statement about, you know, URL turning battle rap into a legitimate business, I agree. This shit has gone from some street corner shit, niggas just doing it for the love, to now people making actual real money. The type of money where you can say, I am a rapper, and you might not be Lil Wayne or Drake, but you're able to provide for yourself and your family based off of the opportunities that you're getting. You know, shout out to Twerk. Y'all know that's my artist. Twerk is a rapper, right? And he gets paid very, very well. Shit, I'm a manager, and I make okay money. I mean, I ain't shout out to Twerk. You know, that nigga designer down. I got like 1 or 2 pair of designer things, but I'm getting there. But no, seriously, he makes good money. Makes really good money. So there's that. That the fact that they're saying that their bond with their artist is a legally binding contract. And this is my thing, right? This is my thing. And I have said this to Eazy publicly, privately, etc. You entered into a contract, eh? You signed a contract. Now, I'm not saying that you can't change your mind or want to renegotiate, but you got to renegotiate. You can't just be like, fuck it. I don't like that contract no more. I'm out. That's not the way shit work. So in theory, now Eazy got a taste of his own medicine. He signed people to contracts. Let's just pretend, said, I don't feel like it. It's not a good feeling. And Eazy, in my opinion, again, I'm not no lawyer, but I think he does have legal action if he chooses to go that route. Because if you signed a contract, you should honor the contract. That's my opinion. That's just that. It is what it is. That's why, for real, I don't really sign contracts. Me and Twerk have our situation. Other than that, I don't have no contracts with nobody. Like, I just, I got contract with my job, with the real estate firm that I work with, but that's about it. Like, battle rap contracts, I'm cool. Like, I need to read it. I need to understand it. And if I don't like something, I'm going to say, hey, we need to change this. Shout out to Premier Leagues, Premier Battles. Y'all can ask them. They sent me a contract, and it's something real, real small. But the fact that it's in there, y'all need to fix that, and then we'll sign. So, just is what it is. The fact that they said URL has the right to operate like other businesses, that's a fact. That's what businesses do. If McDonald's creates a burger and they call it the Whopper, Burger King is going to send them a cease and desist, and then they're going to be in court. They're going to say the Whopper is our thing, it's trademark, yada, yada, yada. URL is saying these artists are under, and that's the thing, it's different types of contracts. That's the key thing. So you have your exclusivity contract. That's the contract that Eazy was under. 5 years with a 1-year option, 6 years exclusivity. Exclusive means exactly what it sounds like. You are exclusive to my company. I can, and people, you call it a slave deal if you want. You always have the option to say no. You got that option. That's real shit. So it's like, yo, you are exclusive to us. If you want to battle somewhere else, we have to say okay. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with that if you chose to sign it. You can't sign that and then be mad that somebody wants to enforce that. That's just the real. Like, if you don't want to say, shout out to Eazy, he said this in one of his blogs. He was in jail. Shout out to him. I'm glad he's home, doing real good for himself. He said he never going to let another man tell him what he can and can't do. And I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. But by that logic, you cannot enter into an exclusivity contract for more than 6 months or a year, whatever, however long you're willing to say, for this amount of time, I'll let you tell me what I can and can't do. 5 or 6 years. And that's the thing. I don't think anybody knew that Eazy would blow up as fast as he did. He signed that contract at UM1, April of 2020. That was here in Philly. Between us, y'all, I was there when they had the contracts and the W-9s for everybody. So shit was crazy, but he signed it. He signed it, so he's under contract of his own free will. As far as I know, Beasley was there. I didn't see him with no gun. So there's that. The fact that they sent a demand letter to Eazy, a cease and desist, that's what I'm going to call it, same thing, on May 5th about trenches, that's kind of rough. That's kind of rough. Because, now hold up, let me look at the letter. Because I don't think the letter has everybody named. So maybe that's it. You know, they didn't say, certain names of who I guess he couldn't use. But I guess if they sent the letter just saying, leave all our people alone. Let me see. I'm trying to find exactly what it says. Because I'm curious. I'm very curious. But either way, the point being, this is a tough John. This is a crazy fight back moment from URL. And I think they fought back. I mean, we don't know Eazy's side of this story. I mean, we know what he's already said. Eazy, my guy, but what he's already said and what this says, they contradict. Eazy has made it publicly a lot that he's not under contract with URL anymore. This says straight up, yes, you are, until, it's actually a date. I want to say it says April 26th. Let me see. I'm trying to find a date for y'all. Yep, April 26, 2026. If URL chooses. Which, in theory, if he was to agree, I'm sure they would exercise that extra year just on principle. It's a tough job, man. It's a really tough job. And I feel like this whole thing could have been avoided. It really could have been avoided. When you go back to the Eazy and Hitman battle, it could have been avoided with a phone call. I was on Eazy, the Block Captain show, when he first started doing his YouTube joints and having the media guys on there. So I'm not saying that I didn't say to his face. Like, I have conversations. When Twerk is free, Twerk is not under exclusivity contract. But we have a relationship. And URL has put a lot of money. I'm not going to get into the details, but they have put a lot of money in Twerk's pocket and mine too. That's not a bad thing. And because of that, before we go and do something that, shout out to Eazy, I don't really know, I'm going to have a conversation. Now, at the end of the day, URL can never tell us, no, you can't, because we're not under exclusivity. But a lot of shit can happen with a conversation where that way there are no hard feelings. It looks like in this situation, there's a lot of hard feelings and a lot of hurt feelings. Eazy threw the first stone by doing the Hitman battle. That's calling a spade a spade. You can't say nothing bad about what URL was doing to Eazy before the Hitman battle. They had given him goods, K-Shine, Calico. Like, they gave T-Rex, they gave him legends. He does the Hitman battle. They don't like that for whatever reason. And let's get into that. Why don't they like that? For me, I think, and again, I don't know. I've had some conversation, but I'm not putting that out there. I just look at it like this. They have invested in you. Eazy the block captain in round one, week one. Eazy versus Don Marino was nobody's favorite to win UM1. I don't give a shit what y'all niggas is talking about. Y'all was not out there going, Eazy the block captain is the best in the world. There was no Eazy the block captain updates Twitter account. Let's just keeping it real. He did what he did versus Don, did what he did versus Fonz, had the fucking haymaker of the weekend versus Danny with the Confederate flag. Went stupid on Cortez, who actually went viral for after the battle saying he felt like he caught a 30 when everybody with 2 eyes and 2 ears, even if you had 1 eye and 1 ear, saw that was a 30. It just wasn't for Cortez. And then he took off. I don't think anybody could have saw that. So maybe at the time that he signed the contract, he's thinking, hey, this is just a place to get a consistent bag, consistent opportunities. But he took off, and I'm glad that he did. But since he did, now it's trouble. Now it's trouble. I don't know, man. And then URL, they did that. You got to say that the machine did that. Eazy did the work. Let me make that 100% clear. Eazy showed up to every single battle ready to give 120%. There's not a single battle that you could say he was lackluster in. Not a single one. And that's a testament to him and his determination, his camp, holding him accountable, et cetera, et cetera. There's that. But URL provided him the opportunity to display those talents. Eazy versus K-Shine doesn't have the impact it does if it's somewhere else, respectfully. It might not even happen. Eazy versus Calico probably doesn't happen if Eazy isn't on his URL run. If Eazy is cooking on Battle Academy, cooking on Gates of the Garden, he probably doesn't get those opportunities. I'm just being honest. So let me know in the comment section what y'all think, man. I'm going to put these pictures up here again for y'all to see. Gonna be interesting, man. I'm just Anwar. These just my thoughts.